So it's great to be here. If you have any friends, colleagues, or family members you believe will benefit from this conversation, please reach out to them. We're going to be having a live CV, or rather interview coaching session. A live interview coaching session, and one thing I can guarantee you is that there'll be so much knowledge to gain from the conversation. There'll be so much insight to leave the session with. And then I have a special gift for you. Okay, I have a special present that is going to really make your job hunting very easy. Like, it's going to be like a not necessarily a roadmap, but like a template that you can use to shoot your shot to the DM of a recruiter, and you will get the desired results. Okay, so you're going to shoot your shot to a recruiter and you will get the desired results. That is the kind of CV I will do. That's the kind of template I'll be sharing with you on the call today. And for everyone just joining, you've not missed anything. We are just about to get started. So I said earlier that we need to do like a brief introduction before we start. Now I can already see your names. It's right on the tile on my screen. So what I'd like us to do instead is just type how many interviews you've been able to secure in tech. One of the biggest challenges that professionals, especially immigrants in the UK, who are either in the UK for their master's program and now on PSW visa, is that they always complain about how hard and difficult it is to secure professional roles, either in corporate, either in tech, whatever it is, right? So, and most of these people are exhausted and tired of working in care or doing shift jobs because it doesn't give them that flexibility that they so much desire. And also, you relocated to the UK not to work survival jobs, but to actually compete. So if you want to stand a chance to compete and you are not able to secure an interview, then it means you're not even scratching the surface yet. So today's session, today's conversation is going to make you go from that person who is struggling to compete to the person who stands out, to the person who is sought after, and the person who is skilled enough to not just land the job, but keep the job and thrive on the job. That's the essence of this conversation. And beyond anything, please don't try to do things just to scratch the surface or feel all righteousness. Do it because you want to really be skilled and good at this thing. Okay, so that's what the conversation is going to be about, like I said. So yes, it's about how you can ace an interview, but at the same time, acing an interview is not the goal. Getting the job is the goal. And I always say something: you want to prepare for the job, not the interview. Because if you prepare for the interview, you are memorizing your answers, you're memorizing your lines, and pretty much everything that you will like to say in the interview. And you can ace an interview without landing the job. But guess what? You can actually prepare for the job, and that makes it easier for you to get the job. Not, oh, I'm preparing for an interview, and that's all you have. Okay, so we're going to start right about now. And like I said, please use the chat and type what, or rather, how many interviews you've been able to secure. Okay, that's what I would like us to type in the chat. Or the stage. Let's not do how many. Let's do the stage of interviews you have always been stuck at. Are you always stuck at HR interview? That's the start of an interview round. Is it just the recruiter's call? Is that where you stop? Or is it when your CV is being screened? So that is when you submit your CV for the ATS to pass. Is that the point where you get stuck? So just type CV stage, recruiter's call, first interview round with HR, or executive interview. Type it like that, or type technical assessment, all right, or final interview. Let me know what stage of the interviews you get stuck at. Boluwatipe is currently stuck at CV stage. Thank you very much, Boluwatipe. I will like you all to indulge me and be very, very active in the conversation today. So please type in the chat the stage of interviews that you currently get stuck at. And Nicola says CV. Emmanuel says both CV and recruiter's call. Okay, thank you very much. Can I get more responses? Prince says CV stage. Beautiful. Thank you very much for that response. Do I have more people who want to respond? Do I have more people? All right. So I'll be looking out for your response. Tayo says CV and recruiter's call. Okay. Thank you very much, Tayo. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody that has been responding and indulging me. Now, the conversation today is going to address every stage and how you can ace each stage. I promise you, it is going to be insight packed, knowledge packed, and you will definitely enjoy every bit of this conversation. So again, I will like us to have more people on the call. So I'm sure you will have people you want to invite to this session. So please invite them. I'm currently sharing my screen and it will come up right now. So yeah, I think it's coming up. It's coming up. So just give me a minute, please. Just a minute. Okay, so let's just get straight into it. Let me put this on slideshow. So like I said, the conversation is going to be very, very rewarding. The topic is UK Tech interview. This session is a live coaching session for you to be able to secure a visa sponsorship role. All right. This session is for you to be able to secure a visa sponsorship role. And I'm going to be sharing a template with you. Now that template is going to really, really help. I'll tell you what that template is about and how you can get the template is by filling the attendance form that my colleague will be dropping in the chat. This template will contain a message you can send to a recruiter, direct DM of a recruiter, and that message will get them to respond to you. That message will not only get them to respond to you, it will also get them to see you as a candidate they want to work with. Promise you, it works. I'm not telling you this because somebody said it works. I'm telling you this because that was how I got my first tech job. That's how I got my first tech job. So it really works a lot, and I'm sharing that on the call today. So please make sure you fill the attendance form. For those just joining, you've not missed so much, just the brief part of the introduction. And yeah, while it's very important, I would still say it's great to have you on the call. And I mean, it's better than missing it. So my colleague is going to drop the attendance form shortly. So please make sure you fill it because I would also be sharing with you a CV template that gets you past the ATS. I know some people said, in fact, out of the people that responded, 80% said they have always been stuck at the CV stage. The others are like recruiters call. So people are not necessarily moving yet to that interview round, which is not good enough. But this conversation is not to cry over, oh, this is not working, and no, it is to fix that which we have identified as what is not working. Okay, so my name is Omomi Victoria Samson. I am one of the co-founders at Andari, and like I said earlier, I will be your host for today. And make sure you indulge me. I don't want to do this alone. I don't want it to be a monologue. I would like us to interact. So as I ask questions, please ensure you engage and respond to me also. Now, I have experience, close to a decade experience now, actually working in tech, and I've worked across the software space, the product management space, and also worked as a business analyst. And for every stage of my transition, one thing I keep realizing is work experience is important. Oh, she has a background in tech, she has worked as a developer, she would automatically thrive as a product manager. It doesn't work that way. There are skills a project or a product manager needs to possess that me being a software developer at that time did not have it. Like I didn't have those skills. I needed to build the skill, not through theory, but through work experience. So every stage of transition, even though I have a tech background, I always have to like build experience. And that was exactly what helped me to always thrive. And I was like, okay, if experience is this important, why then is the current edtech structure, right, not covering hands-on experience? Because if you look at academia, you cannot say you go to a school for degree program and you don't have some form of internship in between. There is going to be a work placement. That's why they call it sandwich degree. There's going to be work placement, so work experience is important. Even if it's master's program you go for, you need to have that work placement done. And it's compulsory, either 6 months or 1 year. It depends on your program, it depends on your school, right? So, but what am I trying to say? I am saying that if academia can prioritize work experience like that by making it part of your program, that's a program that is 4 years long, right? Now prioritizing work placement, then why should you assume that just taking a tech course of 3 months or 4 months program is all you need to get a job? That's not all you need, because the reality remains, whatever you do while taking your tech course is just you scratching the surface of what really lies in the real world. What comes as a part of the entire job package for you in the real world is way above and beyond what your course typically exposes you to. So that is the downside of just saying, oh, let me just let me just take a course and then I can start, working on projects and all. No, that is not enough. And trust me, because of that gap, we decided to build Amdari. And in the last 1 year through Amdari, I have been able to help over 3,000 professionals transition into tech. Not just by saying, come and learn. No, Amdari is fully work experience. Okay, so to simply put, Amdari is that work experience platform that helps you gain UK experience through internship. So this is delivered 100% through internship. Okay, thank you so much, Joshua. Okay, so that is exactly where Amdari comes in. So the gap created by edtech companies, the gap that doesn't, the gap between you learning and you landing a job, Amdari bridges it. So you are able to easily go from somebody who has taken a course to somebody who is qualified enough to get a job. All right. And the career paths we currently focus on are the career paths you see on my screen: data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, project management, SOC analysis, threats, or rather cloud and app security, and also GRC, which is governance, risk, and compliance. Now, if you've taken a course in any of these, can I see your thumbs up? You've taken a course in any of the programs on my screen. Beautiful. Thank you very much for that. You've not taken a course, you can give me thumbs down. Let me know how many people are skilled already. Thank you. Thank you. Can I see your thumbs up?
Sorry, I didn't hear the
Hi, Daniel. Are you saying something? The question, I said, if you've taken a course in data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, project management, SOC, cloud, thank you, and GRC, give me thumbs up. Beautiful. So amazing. Can I get more reactions? I've seen that of Daniel, Adiola also, Victoria also. Okay, Oluwatipe says in GRC. Beautiful. The hand raises I'm seeing, I believe that's thumbs up. So for you to locate your thumbs up, you would see a face emoji on your screen. Click on it and you'll be redirected to, yeah, great. Thank you, Ayotunde. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, just a minute, please. All right. So yes, as I was saying, right, that is what we focus on. So having work experience now is important, because getting stuck at CV stage, getting stuck at interview stage, or getting stuck at the recruiter's call stage all means something is missing. Now, whatever that is, we're going to address it today. All right. Okay, thank you very much, Adini. I see that. Now, for Amdari success rate, it's amazing and remarkable, and this always validates something for me. It always tells me that what we do at Amdari is working. The problem we're solving and how we're solving it is very, very much valid. Now, that is because out of every 10 interns, 6 land jobs within 4 months. Okay, they land jobs within 4 months of being in the program, and about 9, meaning it increases to 9 within 7 months. So more people land jobs in 7 months of doing the internship at Amdari. Now, 85% of these interns get interviews, their first interviews, within 4 weeks of joining the program. They get their first few interviews, it can be 2, it can be 1, it can be 3, within the first 4 weeks of joining the program. And 100% of those who have secured roles always say that Amdari work experience is what is really, really working and helping them. And that is, like I said, one of the reasons why this program is very exciting. Now, I would like you to listen to one of our interns who got a job within 1 month of joining. Her name is Laura. She got a job under GRC, which is under cybersecurity, right? Within 1 month of joining the program. And I would just like us to hear from her really. So let's listen to her for just 1 minute, okay? And I will be back.
Awesome. So yeah,
Yeah.
I know you mentioned it before, but can you just, just talk in specific terms, the things about Amdari, or the experiences or the Amdari processes that actually contributed, to the success of this, you landing this role?
Okay, so when I joined Amdari, I was told that within 2 months of joining Amdari, you're gonna get a job, because I've been having some menial jobs here, and I was like, okay. I wasn't skeptical because I saw the reviews on Instagram before joining Amdari. I was like, let's see how it goes. I wasn't expecting in my wildest dreams that I'm going to land this role within 1 month. I just joined Amdari last month. So this Amdari internship program really helped me, to be very honest. It helped me. And I became very proud of myself. I was able to get some insights into, here in the UK, they would say, oh, it's very difficult for an immigrant to get very lovely jobs, corporate jobs, and all of that. It was very hard to believe. But Amdari helped me see that this is very possible. You can learn whatever you want to. You can get that job. So Amdari
Awesome.
it really opened my eyes to, opportunities and how to get these opportunities, to be honest.
Awesome.
So I had to reach out to Aziz, and I told him that, okay, this is a document controller role.
All right. Can I see your thumbs up if you heard everything she said? Can I see your thumbs up? Can I see your thumbs up? You heard everything that Laura said. Beautiful. Thank you very much. So yes, just like you're on the call with me today, Laura joined one of our sessions. Just like I said, out of every 10 interns, we have about 6 that get jobs within 4 months. If we look at it, we have another set that even get jobs within a month or 2 months. But just to put it on average and under one bracket, about 6 get jobs within 4 months. She happens to be one of those people that land the role within 1 month. All right. So like I said, she took the leap of faith with Amdari, joined the internship program, and she got a job in 1 month. This is one of our other interns who got a job in cybersecurity. He interned as a SOC analyst. Now you might say, another cybersecurity. Trust me, we have a lot for project management. We have a lot for data analytics, business analysis, and even data. Have I mentioned data analytics? Across all programs, we have a lot of interns that have secured roles, and I will show you a few more of them as we proceed. Okay, so he interned with us, and this is his LinkedIn profile. You can look him up if you would like to. He got the job with Royal Devon University Healthcare under NHS Foundation, and that was just March this year, which was 2 months ago. Okay, and he's currently working with them. That's the beauty of the internship program. The essence is to make you job ready and to make you skilled. All right. So I'd like us to be very, very engaging in this conversation. When you see a job posted on a job board, what do you see? I would narrow it down so that you can easily understand what I mean. You see a job on a job board, you see an opportunity for something. Now that opportunity for each person is different. So I would like you to tell me what you see when you see a job on a job board. I'd like you to type it in the chat. What do you see when you see a job on a job board? No right or wrong answers, just perspectives. Everybody's perspectives, everybody's reality. Okay, so type in the chat what you see when you see a job on a job board. Okay, so I would like to read your point of view. Let me put it that way. So Daniel, Nicholas, Fatogun, Adeni, Tayo, Prince, please type in the chat what you see when you see a job on a job board. I have my eyes into the chat. The reason why I'm asking this question is very important. Aligning or alignment is necessary. All right. You need to conform to industry standards. You need to conform. Shola says, I see myself having it. Beautiful. Like I said, no right or wrong answer, just personal perspectives. Okay. So I'd like to get more responses. I believe some people are still typing. So okay. Theodora says, I see opportunity to be a part of a team. Adeni says, I see. I look at the job description before applying. Adiola Marcos says, I see another task that is trial and error. Oluwatipe says, years of experience is needed. Manuel says, job description, pay and benefits. Beautiful. Thank you very much. So that I don't keep us waiting, you can keep typing, guys, while I just move on. So when you see a job on a job board, you most likely will see an opportunity to go and learn new skills. All right. Someone like Shola that says, I see myself having it. And I think Marcos Adiola that said, oh, I see another task. And that is trial and error. That's an opportunity to do. You're learning, it's trial and error. Right. Prince says gaining experience and making money. You can see right here, I also said something like better pay and improved financial stability. Okay, so we have different perspectives that people have when it comes to jobs posted on a job board. Some people, it's an opportunity to get sponsored. Another person, it's an opportunity to leave this current role because, oh my God, I do not like working in care. I want to work in an industry that I'm passionate about or that I like, or that will give me flexibility or the quality of life that I want. That's what people see. So everybody has a different perspective. Some people is honestly just, they're running away from a toxic environment or a toxic boss. Whatever your reason is, it is valid. But a lot of people position for jobs based on this point of view, which is wrong. That's why I need you to see things from the POV of the recruiter. To them, what do they see? The same way you see an opportunity to fix something or gain something, they see an opportunity to also fix something or gain something. Not just the kind of thing you see. What they see is an opportunity to fix a performance gap, an opportunity to fix a business problem or a skill gap, or they have team members and this person is not performing as much as they want. So this is an opportunity for them to get someone better, right? Or somebody resigned. This is an opportunity to hire somebody that can do this. But yeah, we're getting somebody that can do this. But does that mean that we should be comfortable with the same kind of weakness the previous person has? No. So let's get somebody that can do even way better job than the last person. For them, they see an opportunity to fix a problem. It is up to you to ensure that you look like that person that fits into this bracket, okay? If the company tries to say, we're filling a knowledge gap, trust me, it is written in between the lines of job description. Somebody typed job description, I think that was manual, all right? It is in between that line, that pain point. And I always tell people, you see a job description, all right, on a job board, and you see a job title on a job board. To you, what you're seeing is, oh, vacancy for a project manager. To be very honest, before that job title was spelled out by that company, something happened. And that is a frustration. The founder, the CEO, the management, the stakeholders, let me even say the stakeholder now, they are currently frustrated. In fact, maybe they are even at their wit's end. And they are so frustrated, they don't even know what else. And where's that frustration coming from? Why is nobody taking ownership for this? Why do we take forever to finish up on projects? There is no structure in place. Nobody is even carrying out things the right way. That frustration is happening, and the team is just like, okay, I think at this point, we need somebody that can work with the team, manage them better, and make us get better results. We need a project manager. So your job title is spelled out of the frustration. Not just, oh, or a startup, it would be fancy to have a project manager. Oh, we're building a company. Now we have this, but we don't have this and that. We need to have them. No, they don't just hire you because it would be fancy or nice to have a SOC analyst. No, you are hired because there is a gap that only a SOC analyst can fill. There is a gap that only a project manager or business analyst or data analyst can fill. It starts with a problem. And that is where job descriptions stem from. They are typing somebody that can do this, somebody that can manage this, somebody that can work with this tool, somebody that has experience delivering at this rate. They are telling you what they are currently having challenges with. So that job description is not just, oh, let's just put some words together. No. They will put it out based on a pain point. So you are meant to read between the lines, and that's part of what we will be fixing. A lot of people, like I said earlier, about 80% said they are currently stuck at the point of just having their CV submitted. Not a lot of people get to the interview round. That's because your CV is not in alignment. It's not conforming to what the recruiters want to see. It's not conforming to what the ATS wants to shortlist you for, and it has to conform. Otherwise, you will not be seen as a right fit or a right candidate. And then they move on and job and pass. Let me put it that way, right? And that's not what you want. You want them to shortlist you. So if the challenge has been, oh, I'm currently unable to get hired, why is it the case? In fact, I asked some people some couple of days ago, I said, why do you think it's been a challenge for you to get hired? And a couple of them said, oh, the industry saturated and all of that. Why do you think that is the case, guys? I would like you to type in the chat. Sorry if I'm making you exercise your thumb a lot, but trust me, it is so that I know you are not bored and you are with me on this call. I don't want anybody to be bored or doze off or zone out or be busy doing something else in the kitchen while I'm speaking, because I promise you this is going to be very helpful. Okay, so type in the chat why you feel you are not getting a job. Why are you not currently getting an offer? Please type in the chat. I've received different points of views from people in the past, and I would still say this. This is not about wrong or right answers. This is about what you feel is causing you that job opportunity, that offer letter, what you think is stopping you. Okay, if that is not the case, I will help you identify what the case is. But trust me, just type it. Theodora says visibility and positioning, beautiful. Adeni says it's because we don't have required skills to get the job. I love that. Thank you very much. Please continue typing. Not getting the job due to not enough experience. I love the fact that we now have that self-awareness. There was a session I had one time and people said the job market is saturated. And I was like, recruiters say there is not enough skilled workers. And please, you can even do this research yourself. The number of roles on fields every year is alarming, like it's a lot. And recruiters will not mind. They won't fill that role until they find the right candidate. And so that you understand that I am saying exactly how recruiters feel, I'd like us to listen to this person. I stumbled on this video on TikTok 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, this is what we say every time. This is a founder. This is a business owner, and he shares his frustration with hiring. I'd like us to listen for 1 minute, and we will be back. If there is no sound, please let me know, okay?
Friend, she owns a retail baby clothing store. She cannot find good employees. Where are all the good employees? I have a friend, she owns a retail baby clothing store. She cannot find good employees. There's a guy, an acquaintance of mine, who owns a software company. He cannot find good employees. Me, in my case, I just started a software company. I cannot find good employees. Like, what is going on? What is going on for real? Alright, so this is the story. I've had 3 developers so far. I own a software company. I also own a music company, but that's on the side. The software company is what matters here. So I had 3 developers. One of them left for a graduate program. He's actually the reason why I found out my pay scale was wrong. The second one, I had him for front end. He didn't deliver anything for a month, 1 month. And the part that paid me is that I made that thing in 6 hours after I fired him. The third guy is still in school. Even though he might have potential, it'll be a while before he can make money from me. How much do I need to pay people so I can find good people? Where are all the good employees? I have a friend, she owns a retail baby clothing store. She cannot find good employees.
I'd like to ask you, what did he say the most? What was that word he used the most in this video? What is that word he used the most in this video? Please type it in the chat. That word you feel like he said so much. Again, I know you're exercising your thumbs, but I just want to be sure that you guys are following. Adeni says skills, Theodora says good and skilled workers. Amazing. Yes, Tayo, why can't I find good employees? He kept saying good, 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 and he ended that statement with, how much do I have to pay? So that means there are a lot of people applying. He did not say where are employees. No, he did not say people are not applying. No, he said where are the good ones? And he said, how much do I have to pay to get the good ones? A lot of people are in the job market, but they keep applying without being skilled, without being good enough for the people who want to hire them. And these people will not settle. They won't give that chance, not because they don't believe in giving chances to people who are just new to the job market and they're trying to gain experience, but because they've learned from hiring people who are new. Do you know why? He said something again in the video. I hope we got that part, where he said there was one of the guys he had to let go. And that's because this guy has been working on something for the past 1 month without achieving anything. The minute he lets that guy go, that same thing that guy wasn't able to achieve in a month, he was able to achieve it in 6 hours rather. In 6 hours. That's the painful part. You see why they don't settle for people who don't have experience? The time to productivity is too long. You're wasting productive months and hours. A lot of these startups have gone to collect investors' money. They are meant to start generating revenue, and every part of the team is compulsory and important. It is a part of the driving force that makes a company make money. If you're part of the product team, if you're part of the high-tech team, if you're part of the marketing team or data team, you are part of something that makes the company generate revenue, right? So your role is that important. So if somebody takes a whole month to not get or achieve anything, and it takes the owner of the company firing him and attempting to do it himself to realize that this could have been completed 6 hours, like just one day, one work day, and this person wasted an entire month. Now, this is once beaten for him. He will not want to repeat that same experience he just had with that guy. And he said something about the third guy. He said he's in school, still learning, and it will take him time before he's able to make any productive addition to the team that will help them make money. You mentioned money. Companies exist to make money. How are you contributing your own quota, your skill? How are you contributing it to help the company understand that if I join your team, this is how I will contribute, such that we are able to thrive in this area? That is exactly what he spoke about. Now, this conversation is not going to be all talks because I will show you some examples, all right, that would really, really work out for us. Would carry out practical stuff. So a lot of you don't currently get because of this lack of skills, alignment, or conforming with what the ATS wants to see, what the recruiters are really, really hiring for, like the pain that they are going through that made them say, we need a GRC analyst. The pain they are currently going through that made them say, we need a business analyst. That pain, you need to know what it is, and it's easy to identify it. You apply to jobs also, your CV is not really having quantifiable impact. You just have capstone projects. Do you know how many people are applying to that job as you? 500 other people, 1,000 other people. How do you stand out? Okay? How do you stand out? How do you show recruiters that I am the right candidate for the job? It is by being somebody that has more skills beyond just what everybody else can show off. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So don't just have some basic stuff on your CV and portfolio and say, oh, I have projects. No, that's not projects. That is 100% just, hobby projects. Some people have done internship with Amazon. Some people have done internship with Google. Some people have worked somewhere for 1 year or 2 years. And guess what? They already have the experience. And you're applying to the same job as them. They will go with them. All right? So there are jobs. I promise you, recruiters are willing to pay anything if only you will show them that I am good and I can deliver at this rate and at this pace. Now, before we talk about the things you have to do to be that candidate that is skilled and you get a job, let's listen to how Darlington, one of our interns, got his first ever business analyst role not immediately after, 2 months into his internship. So I'll play his video for 2 minutes and we'll be back. So congratulations, Darlington, on landing the role as HC Selection and Implementation Lead. That's the job title, right?
Yes, that's the job title, yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
It feels really good. The important part is you get to apply what you know. The knowledge we've been able to acquire seems to be nothing if you can apply it to a real world problem. So that's the most important part for me and what I'm excited about.
Amazing. So how would you say the experience at Amdari helped you land the role, like from the projects you worked on to the types of mentor you had and all that? How would you say that really, really contributed to you landing this role?
Well, in the interview, my background is data science and sales. So this role is more like a business analysis role. It's a mixture of different bits, but they were not looking for someone who was a business analyst per se, a project manager. They were looking for someone who had a bit of data science background, project management, business analysis. And funny enough, I had never heard of, I had never done anything on business analysis till I got to Amdari. And while I was there in the interview room, I was asked about things like mapping and how you scope the whole process. Just give us a rundown of what you would do if you were to start this role. I just used everything I learned at Amdari. I spoke about the process, the to-be processes, the project charter, basically the terminology and the knowledge of what I learned very played a part in that interview. I seemed to be the person that gave them a clear idea of what they are going to achieve in a 1 year period, because they didn't know how to go about it. So they needed someone who was close to what they were looking for. And my knowledge from what I'd learned at Amdari played a huge part in that interview, to be honest.
All right. So let's come. So that's exactly Darlington's story from interning with Amdari. 2 months in, he was able to secure his first ever business analyst role. And he said, and I quote, he had never worked in that role before. His experience with Amdari was his first time working as a business analyst. So trust me, the projects you work on at Amdari are that high quality. They give you that opportunity to build the needed experience and competence in areas that matter. Industries that hire the most for your kind of field also, they are the industries that we make sure you take a course, or rather you work on projects around, right? The industry that hires data engineers is not the same industry that prioritize hiring GRC analysts. It's not the same industry that prioritizes hiring business analysts. So each industry has the kind of skills and professionals they need the most. And we make sure that the projects you work on while in the program with us at Amdari are projects from industries that will give you a higher chance of securing a job fast. That is part of what's making this a success. So what exactly are recruiters measuring for? When you go for the interview, they want to know if you can do the job. They want to know if you will fit in. They want to know if you will cause problem. They want to know if you will want the cost and if you want this job specifically and why. Let me tell you how they will find out if you can do the job. They won't be asking you this as, oh, Adeoye, can you do this job? No. They won't say, oh, will you fit in? And when I say, will you cause problem, I'm not saying that question is not about, are you going to be a difficult team member? Are you going to be somebody that causes trouble with, amongst your teammates, just altercation and all that? That's not what that means. What that question means is simple. It's talking about you making mistakes on the job. Mistakes on the job will cost the company time and money. It's just like an experience I had with a data engineer that was hired. She created a service on AWS. She didn't shut it off, not because she forgot, but because she felt like, oh, it's not necessary, right? There's nothing really, I'm done with what I'm doing, so, but she didn't shut it down. And that incurred the cost of about 4,000 US within just 1 week or less, right? And by the time the company investigated, oh, why did we incur this much cost in just a short period of time? Oh, somebody created a Redshift cluster. Why did you not shut it off? Oh my God, I didn't know that I needed to do that. I'm so sorry, I had no idea. And then we told the team lead, why did you not check this out? And the team lead said, I did not know that I needed to supervise something as little as turning off the service created on AWS. Now, did this lady create the service perfectly? Yes, it worked fine. But she didn't know that there is going to be a cost incurred if it exists for long. She did not prioritize cost optimization either, or maybe she doesn't even know it's very important. This is something you learn with experience, because your course only stops at how to use a tool, why you need to use a tool, where you need to use a tool. But tools are enablers. The problem solving, the outcome starts and ends with you and how you think. The tools just make it easy for you to execute. A problem is brought to your table. You start thinking, okay, I think this tool is the best. Okay, for this one, I will use SQL. You are thinking like a problem solver, and you're already making judgments based on what you feel will be easy for you to implement, and the tool that will make it easy for you to implement it, or the tool that is more appropriate for this situation. Every problem solving starts with you thinking as that professional in that niche, not, oh, hi, Daniel, we have this issue with our data sets, blah, blah, blah. And then Daniel just takes it and dumps it on Excel. No, Daniel is going to think first. Why? What is the problem? Or what is the objective? What KPI is important? Daniel maps this out. He thinks first. about what he has to do. Where is the data source? Okay, is it clean? Is it structured or unstructured? He asks these questions first. They don't start with tools. You don't use tools to first figure this out. These are things, these are skills you build from working and interacting with actual businesses, all right, which is the kind of projects you get at Andari. They are projects from businesses across the UK, US, and Canada. These businesses are our project partners and they are startups, all right? So these are organizations that we know that we can get projects from, where you can work on solving business problems, not just using tools or learning that, oh, this is how you use Excel. Oh, this is where you use SQL. No, you really start solving the problem. So it starts with you. Why am I saying this? Because in interviews, guess what? All these questions, all the things you're measured for, you are measured for them through questions that are rhetorical, hypothetical, brainstorming questions, or even trick questions. An example of a trick question will be something like, tell me about your weakness. All right. How do you know what your weakness is? Simple. But how do you use it in a way that sells you as a skilled professional who is aware? And that story that you will share is an opportunity for you to also sell yourself, either as somebody who saves the day. I love to call it the superhero, or somebody who, what's the word now? Somebody who saves the day, or somebody who, there's this other one. It will come back to me, don't worry. So that's the essence of this, and it's very important. So a trick question, and every interview question is 100% an opportunity for you to tell a story. All right. It's an opportunity for you to tell a story. And because of that, you need to have stories. But if all you have is working on capstone projects, working on personal projects, where are you going to get the stories from? And I'll give you an example. Now, you go in for an interview and you're asked questions around the tools, how you've solved this before, hypothetical questions that need you to imagine a time that you did something, or imagine you join us, how would you do this, how would you do that? They are straightforward questions. But a brainstorming question can have me asking Tayo something like, Tayo, imagine you're tasked with something, and that is, tell me the entire number of people in the UK who own a piano. How would you go about finding out this number? And Tayo says, okay, I'm going to start by checking out the different stores that we have in the UK that sells piano. And then she says, when I check them out, then I am going to now do something around getting the list of people that bought piano from them. And then from that list, I'm now going to, identify the number of people using piano. You can answer it like that. But one thing that can show you as a very intelligent professional, or as somebody who is going to be great on the team, is you have to ask questions. I'm asking you as a recruiter now, tell me how you would identify or get the total number of people using piano in the UK. You start with, from what time to what time are we looking at? Is it from 2020 to 2025? You need to ask questions. But you didn't ask questions, and then you don't know the goal. Maybe I want to know how many female, male, and the likes. You didn't ask. So maybe you just end at, oh, then I will just get, you just give me what I asked. Another person is now telling me more. That other person asked, from what time to what time? Smart. I tell them, okay, 2020 to 2025. Then you go on, you do your analysis, you get your source of data and everything. Then you now start analyzing how many people in total, you get your number. Out of this number, how many is female, how many is male? You get your percentage. Okay, what age range? You get that also. What product are they buying more, right? Yamaha or the other ones, you type it, you have it rather. What location has more people who are buying? You also make a list of that. You tell them this is what you will do and this is what you will deduce. Now, for you to make your recommendation, you need to understand why this is needed, right? So that's where your second question will come from also. Why are we doing this? Is there a reason? Did something happen before and all that? Ask those intelligent questions. This is a brainstorming question because they want to see how you think and the kind of intelligent questions you will ask. Communication, remember, goes both ways. So it's not just about them giving you instruction. You take the instruction one way, and then you just do what they asked you to do, and then you bring it. But then I'm speaking to another person, who is Daniel, and Daniel is asking me questions and giving me other details. I just said, oh, I need total number of people using it. But Daniel gave me more than total number. He gave me location that has the highest number. He gave me the age range that has the highest number. He gave me the product that has the most purchase. He gave me all of these kind of details, and then he added recommendation, right? Then see how I will measure intelligence, right? Say, okay, Daniel is actually very intelligent, not because he gave me more, but when I gave him this assessment, like when I asked him this brainstorming question on the call, he also asked me a question in return. And I'm telling you this because it's something that played a key role in my own application journey. All right. Amazing. Thank you very much, Philip. Nice to hear that. So it's something that played a key role in my own application journey. When I applied to a job, and I promise you, I could have sold myself only as a project manager, but I sold myself as a project manager that has more complementary knowledge and skills. And I would reserve that story for when I get to another side of my slide, so that I don't overwhelm you with story like back to back. So I would reserve that, but I would share that. So you need to understand that getting hired, honestly, it's not just about submitting CV and looking like everyone else. You want to stand out. They are speaking to 10 more people, 20 more people. These guys are skilled. They are asking all of you brainstorming questions. You are just giving me one way answer. You're not even asking. You can ask. You're the professional in this picture, remember. If they have somebody that can do your job on their team, they will not have a need to say they are hiring you. They will not have a need to put that on the job board. And that testimonial I just played for us from Darlington, he said something. He said, I seemed to have been the person that was able to show them what I could achieve in the space of 1 year. Yes, that's possible. You are the professional here. When I introduced myself earlier, I said, I'm a product manager, I'm a software developer, and I'm a business analyst. I didn't say I'm a GRC analyst. I never said SOC. I never said penetration tester. Imagine I wake up one day with a brilliant idea to start a fintech company, and then I start building. You know that I will be dealing with people's data. So that would mean I need a penetration tester to make my platform secure. So if that is the case, I need to start speaking to pen testers. Now let's imagine, right, that Philip, Adeoye, Adeniyi, Amarachi, they applied to this job as penetration testers. I am not a penetration tester. I would want the person that looks closest to the perfect candidate to join me on my team. That's because if you are stuck and you make mistakes, I cannot help you because that's not my field. So when they say I need somebody with minimal or no supervision, it is because they cannot help you. They can't help you because this is not their field. This is not their niche. So they can't provide you with what will make you unstuck. So you need to have mentors at this very early stage of your career, people that can support you. And that is where internship comes in. I tell people, see, learning is in stages and phases. There are some stages you should not skip. People try to skip internship stage. It is compulsory. It is important. Compulsory because that mentor you will not get in an actual job. You will get it here. Why can't you get it in an actual job? Because the level of support you would need as a newbie, they won't be able to provide it just yet. So you can only get a mentor at that mid-level or a little bit senior level. But at that very early stage, internship provides you that kind of mentorship you need, because internship is going to give you a controlled environment where you can safely make mistakes, where the system understands that you are learning on the job, when the system favors, your stage, and it's very accommodating of the fact that you will make mistakes on the job. There is a mentor that is helping you out. This person is specifically within your niche. I went through an internship myself. When I took my front-end development course, I could only code in 2 programming languages, and they were not even like the top programming languages that recruiters were hiring for. Thankfully, I'm still always grateful for that internship. What I learned and became in 4 months, I wouldn't become it in 2 years if I went alone. If I decided to go on this learning journey alone, you cannot go on this transition journey alone. You shouldn't even do it. You will be stuck. You'll be doing the same thing over and over without getting a result. It's like being in an hamster wheel. You're doing things, but there is no progress. It's like you want to break out of this cycle. You're doing the same thing, it's not giving you results. You're submitting CV, nothing is happening. You're doing this, nothing is happening. Am I not good enough? That's not the case. It's your stuff. You don't have somebody guiding you. And that's why Amdari internship has a proper mentorship structure. Your entire 4 months internship with Amdari, you're doing it with a mentor, Mondays to Fridays. Yes, not 9 to 5, because we understand that you're busy already. But it is you expected to commit a minimum of 1 hour per day. A minimum of 1 hour per day. So how can you use Amdari internship to ace every interview stage? I will start from the first stage of interview, which is where your CV is first submitted. All right. But before we dive into that, let me play the last video of the day for you from Pedro. Okay. He interned with us as a SOC analyst, got a job in that capacity within just 4 months, actually. And that job was sponsored. Yes, that job came with sponsorship. So I would like us to listen to Pedro for just 2 minutes on how this experience helped him. So let me know if you can't hear him so that I can fix that audio, okay? But let's just listen to him.
Thanks so much, Pedro, for doing this with us. And congratulations on landing the cybersecurity role. Is it SOC or what's the job title?
It's OT security specialist, but more of OT security. So it's cybersecurity, but in operations technology.
Amazing. And it came with visa sponsorship, correct?
Yes, yes. Role
Yeah.
has-
Let me blow some confetti, imaginary confetti. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right. So I would like to know how your experience, right, the work experience at Amdari helped you go from being a job seeker to becoming job ready, right? From the mentorship to the project. How did the work experience help you go from being a job seeker to being job ready?
Okay, so for starters, in my IT career, I've been more of a lone wolf. I like to study on my own, do my certifications, but moving to the UK, I realized that I had to change. I knew I needed some form of mentorship, and that's how I stumbled into Amdari. And yes, the program helped. It provided some guided mentorship that helped me determine the road that was suitable for me and how to navigate to the next chapter. I was already in employment, but I knew I needed to pivot. And yes, the Amdari experience was very important, and it contributed to me landing this new role.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much, Pedro. So what specific aspect of this internship would you say helped you ace your interview?
Okay. For starters, Amdari helped. They have several services. And I think the very first one I opted for was the CV rebuild. That is very, very important. And after the session, my CV got a lot better. I knew I was getting a lot more interviews, but I was really picky about the companies I wanted to join. So the CV rebuild was very, very good. And when I did get called for this interview, they also helped with interview preparation sessions. That was very good. That's put me in the right place to predict questions that were going to be asked, and that really helped to land the role. Then the experience with Amdari was amazing. I was in the SOC analysts cohort. We dabbled into several projects, ranging from SIM analysis, we're building VMs and doing malware analysis. And yes, I mentioned that during my interview, and yes, it really did help.
Okay, so let me stop it right there. Let me come back to my screen. Please, can I see your thumbs up if you heard everything that Pedro said? Can I see your thumbs up? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Beautiful. Thank you, Adiola. Thank you, Bongwati. There. Tayo. Amazing. All right, let's come back to my slide real quick. So yes, that's exactly it. How the internship was used by Pedro to ace different stages of his interview, and he got visa sponsorship job at the end of the day. 4 months of work experience, not wasted. Like I said, I'm speaking from my own personal experience. I promise you what I learned in 4 months of my internship. It was a 6 month internship, by the way. I keep saying 4 months because That was when I got my first tech job. Okay. That was when I got my first tech job. And what I learned and became, I'll still say became, right? What I became during the course of that internship and as a result of that internship, I wouldn't become it if I wanted to do this alone, if I wanted to figure things out alone. To take me time, to take me 2 years, 3 years. But I had somebody who was guiding me. He was improving the quality of my work through his feedback. That's what you get with a team lead. An actual company that is going to hire you today, right, and pay you salary, expects you to come with a knowledge that would make them money, not a knowledge that you still need to improve and you're learning. Their company is not a learning institution. It's a business venture and they want to make money. So are you able to help us achieve this? What is the first stage that we're going to be looking at? The first stage is your CV stage, where you submit your CV for application screening by the ATS. Sorry. Yeah. Where you submit your CV for review by the ATS. Okay. And this CV needs to be tailored in a way that aligns with ATS. All right. So I think, okay. Yeah. It needs to be aligned in a way that is properly carrying all the keywords that the ATS wants to see. And guess how Amdari is making this easy and achievable for its interns? It's with CV Matchly. And I will show you what I mean. CV Matchly is an AI tool that helps every job seeker, every applicant to apply to jobs easily, okay, by tailoring their CV to different job titles. That's what CV Matchly does. And the beautiful thing is, we said, how do we make it easy for our interns to apply to multiple jobs in a day? Because the goal for you in this internship is not just to come and gain experience. You need to apply to jobs as well. And as you're applying to jobs, it is important that you are not doing it blindly. So how do you do it in a strategic way that guarantees results? It is when you tailor that CV to those job applications that you see on your on the job board. Don't just carry your master CV and then use it to apply to different jobs. Guess what? A business analyst in company A is not the same as a business analyst in company B, because the pain for each of these companies is different. My business analysis open role for my fintech company is going to be different from that of a retail company, because what you'll be coming in to solve, the kind of team you'll be coming to work with, will be a little bit different. It's two different pain points that our companies are facing. The kind of gap my company has, the second company might not necessarily have it. So the job title will spell it, or job description rather, will spell it out. That's why I said each job title, each job description is very unique. All of us are saying business analyst, does not mean our pain point is not different. So understand why my company needs you as a business analyst, and why, let me say, Adeni's company needs you as a business analyst. Understand why each company needs you. That is where CV Matchly comes in. I said earlier that this conversation is not about saying, oh, this is the problem, this is why you're not getting a job. This conversation is about me telling you, this is why you're not getting a job. And this is a sure way, not one that is lengthy and you will waste your time. 4 months, you're singing a new song, the song of I got a job. That's the essence of this conversation. 4 months, you're singing, because it's not that hard. It's not as hard as we think. We just have to be skilled. The jobs are there. The guy that I saw on TikTok clearly said it. He's frustrated. There are roles open in his company. There are 2 videos I stumbled on like that. I only played this one because of time. So we partnered with CV Matchly so that you can easily apply to jobs. This is their platform. All right. We've partnered with them and it's a paid platform. But guess what? For our interns, you don't pay a dime because we have a partnership link. You can see the amount you pay per month. This is for premium. We give you access to this premium for free just by being an intern in Amdari. Because for us, we know that this guarantees success for our guys, right? This is their platform. And what does it help you do again? It helps you know if the company is sponsoring. You see that long stress of, let me go to this SkinnyCon and download and know which company is sponsoring, download the list from the list of registered sponsors on gov.uk and then come back here. It's too much work. It's too much work. You shouldn't be doing that, right? All you have to do is have a smart way of applying. And that is the secret our own interns have unlocked, because they are working with people that have done this before, worked with different clients before, and they know what guarantees success faster. You can't be doing the same thing over and over and not know that, okay, this gives more results for our guys. Let's work like this. And that is why it's a major success for us. How does CV Matchly work? You just download it by creating, not download, sorry. You create an account, get started. Once you do that, just the typical way of creating an account. Your account is created, you're good to go. It tells you add to your Chrome extension. All right. You add it to your Chrome extension. You go to any job board, NHS jobs, anyone at all, right? You go there. Let's come to these NHS jobs. Let's select project management. Okay. And then you come here, click on project manager. All right. When you click on project manager, you come here. You see that it says CV Matchly job page detected. Show that at the very top. When you are here, it simply shows you something. I'm coming. Let me stop sharing so I can share my entire screen. So this is not a case of, oh, how do I, where do I, you are here already. That gives you all the answers to everything that has been blocking you and stopping you from getting a job, okay? So let me come back here. There's something that will pop up. So if I don't share my entire screen, you might not be able to see it. So now I have selected a job, which is this. And the next step is to apply. But before I apply with that CV, is the CV going to work at all? I don't know. It's a master CV. What do I do? Let me just click on CV Match. Okay. I have added it to my Chrome extension right here. You can see it's here. I pinned it for easy accessibility. Just a minute. So I pinned it for ease of access, and it has extracted the job description. I don't need to copy and paste. Some platforms will tell you copy, now go back there, go paste. It's too much. You don't copy and paste anything. Just invoke CV Matchly by just clicking this, right? It's like invoking spirits from spirit realm. So just click it and look at it, because I already added my CV, by the way. I already added my CV. So it analyzes my CV against the job summary that it has extracted from this job page, right? And then it tells me my CV is a 55% match. So it doesn't work. What do I do? Should I now start saying, okay, let me get an expert to do this. Let me copy some of the suggestions. Oh, it says missing keywords. So let me copy and go and do it. No, you don't need to do that. What do? Click on Optimize CV. But before we click on Optimize CV, see here, it says that this company is sponsoring what route? Skilled worker route. I don't need to go back to gov.uk, look for a way to download that list of sponsored jobs, and then I don't need to do all that. This is it. Amdari discovered a secret tool that would make your life easy. This is how our interns can apply to 20 jobs in a day. This is how 6 of them out of 10 get jobs in 4 months. And this is how within one month, we have people securing interviews. You'd also see why they are securing interviews and not just securing it or being successful. This is how it works. You click on Optimize, it brings you here. You don't need to copy any content. Just click on Generate. Okay, just click on Generate. It generates your CV for you and you just download. That is all. That's how CV Matchly works. Okay, so I just want you to see the generated version, and then I'll go back to my slide so I can now show you the other part of the interview, which is the last demo I will do for today. These demos are very important because I don't want you to just listen to theory and I'm saying. I want you to see the tools I am telling you that makes life easy. We partnered with CV Matchly so that you can have access to tools that can be easy for you to use. And not just that, you don't also pay those platforms for you to use them. But one thing I need to tell you is you need to fill the attendance form my colleague will be dropping so that I'll be sending the list or the template rather of a winning CV for each of your job titles, right? A winning CV. Yes, you have to bring it to CV Matchly to tailor, but it's your master CV. It works perfectly. You have to bring it to CV Matchly. Okay, I don't know why that took time to go. Let's just come back. I don't want it to waste our time too much, but it's always very fast. Now, that is exactly how I'm going to stop sharing because of, no, not stop sharing, but rather share my slide, which is our playbook, because it looks busy when we're doing it like I like it when it's not too busy. So Jennifer or Alex, I'd like you to drop the attendance form in the chat. I think you dropped it, which is great. So that is the attendance form that I will like you guys to fill. Please, it will take you more than 30 seconds. I will be sending the template of the message you will send to recruiters that gets you a result. Okay, the kind of message, because I've done that before, shooting my shots. Yes, that was how I got my first job. Why was I that confident? I did an internship. I was 4 months in. What do I have to lose? Honestly, nothing. The highest thing is, or the worst thing is, he doesn't respond. I move on to the next recruiter or the next founder that I want to send ATM to that. Hello, I can do this for your team. I am this good. I'm this skilled. I asked a question in one of my sessions. Can you tell me how you will shoot your shot to recruiters? And what everybody said made me realize that our language and how we sell ourselves is weak. We don't sell ourselves in a way that makes us look like we're coming as superstars and superheroes. Superhero because you're coming to save the day. Superstar because you're an elite candidate that has complementary skills and complementary knowledge that they don't want to miss out on. Do you want to miss out on the kind of knowledge I'm bringing to your team? No. The company wants to win. So trust me, they are not doing as much of, they're not being difficult. They're not being as difficult as you assume they are doing, like, oh, I'm at their mercy. You are not at their mercy. They need you. They need you. So the only reason you feel you're at their mercy is because they have options. Oh, and they are begging for skilled workers to apply. Like we're hiring right now at Tamdari, and I'm literally just begging God, please. I don't want to interview everybody in the talent pool before I find out one person. Please, from just the first interaction, because it's exhausting. I promise you, you don't want to hire and interview the entire talent pool or interview for the next 1 month before you find one person. It's exhausting. Or are you going to take that risk of, oh, let's just fill the role? It's even more expensive, right? So we don't fill the role if we don't find the candidates. We would rather just look for a way to make it work within the team or get a contract person that will make this work. So this is how your CV needs to align. We've done that with partnerships that makes it easy for us to help you achieve what we are saying. So I'm not just saying, oh, blah, blah, blah. No, there is already a tested and trusted method. The second stage is the screening stage, where you receive a call from a recruiter. I was speaking to people the other time, and somebody said, oh, she got a message from someone on LinkedIn. This person is one of our interns. She got a message from someone on LinkedIn, and then after she sent her CV, check mark, the CV got her a call from a recruiter, but they asked her for her salary expectation, and she said, can I get back to you? And when she called the recruiter back, the recruiter did not pick. She said it's been days now. She has been calling. That is there something she did wrong? Before she narrated this story, I promise you one thing I told them is every interaction, every encounter with a recruiter or anybody in the course of you trying to get a job or you being interviewed, you want to make it feel like that is the last conversation you would have, or that is the conversation that determines you getting a job. Don't say this is just a recruiter's call. I can just sound anyhow. No, or it's just a call. You have to be prepared. Somebody now said in the chat, oh, some of their calls come unexpected. I said, no, you sent your CV correct. Did they just discover you and just called you? No, you gave your number to them, right? So that's not unexpected. You don't expect them to tell you, I'll call you by 5:15 or 5:12 or 6:17. No, they've collected your number, so you are expecting their call. What do you need to have ready in your head, like in your mind, so that when they call, you have all of that response. You are ready. Little things can turn them off. Little signs, little traits can tell them some things about you behaviorally, and that will tell them this is a red flag. You don't want to pass off as that. That's one of the reasons why we feel like we're at their mercy, or these people, they easily just ignore you. That's because they have options, not because you are not good enough or that they want to work with you, but you are not making it easy. So a recruiter's call needs to be treated very well. Have your salary expectation already noted. What is the industry standard? What is the market? Do your market research and have that information, and let them know why you are interested in this role. Have all of that detail. And then after that recruiter's call, you typically get an assessment test sent to you. This can be as a case study sent, this can be a live coding, this can be something like a take-home test, whatever the case. Be good enough so you can ace this. For us at Tamdari, our interns always get prepped for interviews. If you have 5 interviews, you'll be prepped for all 5. All right. We just would get the job description from you. and if you've spoken to the recruiters already, all of that detail, we get it and we prep you for the interview. The next stage is the interview rounds and executive interview level. Now, this is my last demo for today. This hiring manager interview is going to be you, the hiring manager, and your direct supervisor, or maybe not your direct supervisor yet, but the direct supervisor of the role you are applying for, of the role you are interviewing for. That direct supervisor will be on the call, and it also depends on the size of the company. If it's a startup, there most likely will not be a direct supervisor within your niche. It might just be like the department head, like a CTO. And me being a CTO does not mean I'm a penetration tester and I'm hiring for it. It might be that I'm a developer, right? It might be that, my own role is high-tech development, not tech pen testing, not tech business analyst, no, right? So it depends on the size of the company, and that's where I would give you like a list of your research type. We would also look at that. So the hiring interview stage is where you now need to already know what kind of questions you will be asked. What do I want you to do? It covers for hiring managers interview and panel interview, okay? Which is your executive interview where you're speaking to C-suite executive, founders, major stakeholders, or even VPs, right? It depends on the company and their job description. So I always tell people, please ensure that you are always trying out things that would make it easy for you to get the job. What is the thing that you can do to make it easy for you to get a job? Remember, we opened a job board earlier, which is this project manager job, right? Let's come here and copy the job summary. Let's copy, just follow me closely, please. Let's copy the job summary and main duties of this role. So I have just copied this, okay? We'll now come back to Claude. Let me be sure that that's what you're seeing on your screen. Okay, great. Now come to Claude. Claude AI is an AI tool. You most likely know about it. If you don't know about it, this is a tool that is very good, just like ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT for this. You can use Claude for this. Anyone will still give you a good result. What do I want you to do here? Type generate possible questions that I will most likely encounter in an interview for this role. So what I want you to do now is paste the job summary and the main job duties, and we click on search. Okay. Now, these are the possible interview questions. All right, possible interview questions. Can you walk us through a complex project you've managed from initiation to completion? What methodology did you use and why? A project you have managed from start to finish. If you've taken a course, you won't have a story to tell here. This is a possible question. And they did not say just a project, they said complex. These questions are meant to reveal the depth of your knowledge in that niche, whatever niche you're applying to. These questions are meant to reveal the depth and how you think. If you've not worked on a project, if you've not managed a project as a project manager, not managed a team, you won't have depth. You won't use terminologies or phrases or words that are unique to somebody who truly has experience. And the minute those words are void in your statements and everything you say, it starts to reveal that you don't have depth. And lack of depth simply means no experience or exposure. And that makes it very easy for them to say, okay, this person is not job ready. How do you structure a project plan? What tools and techniques do you rely on? Describe a time you had to manage multiple projects simultaneously. How did you prioritize? What projects framework are you familiar with? Prince 2, Agile, which do you prefer in healthcare, public sector, in healthcare or public sector context, and why? Let me tell you why this is interesting. For the projects you will work on in Amdari during this internship, you'll be working on projects. I said it at the start of this session. Your projects will come from industries that are hiring for your field the most. If today, right, if today someone like let's say Fatogo, right, is applying to Amdari internship and joining us, right, as a project manager, he'll be working on projects in healthcare, NHS, he'll be working on projects in consulting, Big Four, he'll be working on projects in what's the other one, retail and e-commerce, consulting also, or construction. These are industries that hire the most for project managers. And somebody like Monsoon is joining us as a, let's say, cloud app security analyst or SOC analyst. He is going to be working, or let's say GRC, he'll be working on legal kind of projects, because these industries hire more for GRC analysts. Yes, these legal firms or professional firms like that, they hire more for GRC analysts. Not the same thing as they would want to hire a project manager. So we don't just give you projects. So there is no way you do your internship at Amdari and not have this answer, because you have projects, at least one. You'll be working on 5 to 6 projects, and at least one will be from important industries to your field. So you would have something to narrate under this. This is how this helps you. And you would see, I can't read all these questions because of time, but this is something I would like you to practice before you apply for any job. You have your CV tailored. Now you have gone ahead to copy summary and the role's duties, and you paste it on ChatGPT or Claude, and you're telling it, tell me possible job titles that I will be asked, sorry, job interview questions that I'll be asked, and it is clearly listed them out for you. You have actual experience in Amdari. You would have a story to share. You will have a story to tell, and that makes it easy for you to ace your hiring manager interview level and also the panel level, which typically has C-suite executives and the likes. That is how you ace that stage of the interview. So when you have an interview confirmed, you have a recruiter telling you that, hi, we would like to meet with you on this day, you have to prepare. Like I said earlier, you submit your CV and you're saying that recruiters call when least expected. No, you are the one that is not ready and prepared for their call. You send them your number. They would call you anytime. It can be immediately, it can be later. How prepared are you? So 7 days before your interview, you need to deep dive into that website of the company. What do they do? Who do they serve? How do they make money? This knowledge will help you position strategically. I promise you. Right? It will help you. So I spoke to our interns last week, Thursday, on exactly how they can. I won't be able to break all of this down because of time. All right. But one thing is, I broke down exactly how they can do a deep dive into a company's detail, and it would be like an interview animation for them. I'll show you briefly when I proceed, but please, I'll be sharing my slide with you, and if you not feel the attendance for my colleague is dropping, I would like you to feel it, because it would really make it easy for you to receive the slides, and also that template I mentioned, which is going to be for every job title, CV template. And the third template is the template for you to shoot your shot to every recruiter. Okay, that is another one. How you have access to CV Matchly to tailor your CV, we will get to that, because yes, it's free access, but you have to be one of our interns at Amdari. You need to map out your experience also based on the requirements. This is what CV Matchly helps you do. But don't let it stop at what is already on your CV. You, story-wise, skill-wise, and narration-wise, you need to map out your experience to suit the JD, so that you're already practicing your answers, right, in a way that would get you to excite them and see you as the perfect candidate for the role. Okay? And then you need to research your interviewers on the job board. Okay? Sorry, on LinkedIn. Check them out on LinkedIn, so it's easy for you to know who to expect. I do this a lot. Honestly, there's a whole lot to break down under this, but it's because of time. All right. So if time permits, next time, this might just be a specific focus of topic for me, some part of this. But for today, just so that I manage the time very well, I'm not breaking all this down. Okay. So you need to also prepare to ask them questions. I said something earlier while I was speaking. I said communication is a two-way thing. If they are asking you a question in an interview, don't stop at just going straight to giving them an answer. Ask intelligent questions that would make them know that you know what you're doing. You need certain information. Yes, Philip, I'm just seeing your message. Claude is better than ChatGPT, exactly. You need certain information to make certain decisions or to arrive at certain conclusions. Ask them smart questions. That's how they will know that, okay, there is something here. There is something here. That's the kind of level of thinking that they want to hire. That's the level of intelligence that they want to have on their team. That is where you have to be. That is why one day conversation does not fix the problem. We do this with our interns every Thursday. And I personally even work with a smaller circle with an exclusive mentorship. And I'll tell you how to be a part of that. That's mentorship because I love it to be super successful. I prioritize the people I work with there to speak with recruiters. We'll get to that, like I said. So a day to 2 days to that interview happening, you need to prepare. Practice your mock interview. Confirm logistics. What time is it happening? Is this on Instagram? Is it on Google Meet? Is it on Zoom? Have you downloaded Zoom? Have you tested Zoom out? Is your camera fine? Do all of that. Set up the environment. Look very nice. Okay. Be very, very professional and confident in your look and how you present yourself. Then make sure that you get enough sleep. One thing I do a lot, even before this session, I promise you, I would rest, I would drink water. So that I'm not drinking too much water and interrupting work. I would rest and drink water and be very, very relaxed and refreshed before I start speaking, because speaking for 2 hours is noise. Okay. So for your interview, you want to look energetic. You don't want to look like you're tired before the work even starts. You don't want to look like you don't know how to hold conversations. You want to look energetic, right? Somebody said, when I was discussing something around this tip, somebody said, in essence, Amomi is saying, be an intelligent talkative. I said, yes. You have to sell yourself smartly, correctly. Every story you tell is an opportunity for you to sell yourself as a superhero or as a superstar. Superhero because, oh, this happened, I saved the day like this. Oh, that happened, I saved the day like that. Or, oh, this is how good I am. This is the skill I bring to the table. Oh, this is how smart I am. This is how I contribute to my team. Superstar. Every company wants to work with people like that. Then on the day of your interview, what do you do? Simple. Make sure you get settled properly. Sleep if you have to, just be refreshed. Okay. Likeability plays a key role. They need to like you. They need to be like, okay, cool. They need to like you. If you're a guy, they need to like your vibe. If you're a lady, they need to like your vibe. You have to be likable. And then you need to make sure that you arrive on that call. Don't do 5 minutes, actually. 10 minutes to this call that we're having today. I was already on the call 10 minutes to, just waiting. There was just one person on the call. And I was just waiting, right? Because you want to be sure that, oh, your light is fine, your camera is well positioned, your network is not going to glitch, everything looks fine. It's not on the call when they're already waiting that you want to, oh my God, how do I? Oh, no. That any little thing, people are different. Small things can throw people off balance, right? So you want to be very confident that you're already waiting. And then make sure that you're well refreshed also, like I said. So this is the last part of my conversation, your interview ammunition. Like I said earlier, this is a whole conversation on its own, a whole conversation. You need to understand the business model of the company you're applying to. Make sure you research that much. I did this, it worked for me. The stage of the company, is it startup, is it scaling, is it mature? This would let you know the different stages of interview you'd have. If it's a startup, all those stages I counted for you, you won't necessarily have it. Which one will be out of it? That's that HR and panel interview. They might just fix it into one. That recruiter call fixes the HR conversation with you. So they might just merge that one into two. But mature company or scaling, yes, they will split it into two. Understand that, know the people that you most likely will meet in that interview room. Then the competitive landscape of that business also. What pressure are they facing? Who are they competing with? This knowledge can help you sell yourself very well. Honestly, this is a whole lot of different conversation on its own. That's why if I speak about this, I can actually break it down for the next 15 minutes. And I'm trying to manage time. So I would most likely make this a separate topic for another session. Then, but I had this conversation with our interns last week, this part. And then the roles pain point. I said earlier, it exists. That role exists because there is a problem. How are you going to come in and solve the problem? Do you even understand it? The fanciness of you landing the job is not, oh, it's a data scientist role. So let me just talk about machine learning, AI, algorithms, model training, all of that. You're just talking about all that. Okay, but they are speaking to another person that is not painting a picture for them. So trust me, you can impress a recruiter without getting the job. That's because someone else outdid you, right? Someone else outperformed you. So while you are talking about machine learning, training algorithms, or sorry, training models, and doing all of that, how you can work with GCP, Azure, and every other cloud platform, you're saying that somebody is more strategic. Somebody is understanding that, oh, they carry out model monitoring because of drift. This is why it's important, because there was a time I trained a model and then the business made decision based on it, and that model failed because churn was still increasing. I didn't realize that I needed to carry out model monitoring so that we avoid that drift. So that made me quickly realize that was important. And ever since then, okay, I am hearing more, right? That is not just sounding theoretical. I'm hearing more that is making me understand that this guy will bring this kind of level. So he's telling me how he prioritizes this now, he prioritizes that, how this is important when he's working. And I'm like, okay, you know, the question of, oh, tell me about a complex project. This is one of it. Oh, I remember when I created a service on AWS, I didn't do price optimization, and that really blah, blah, blah. You quickly fix the day and all that. I am hearing somebody that has done it before. So you are saying other things that sound like, oh, theory, and someone else is painting a beautiful picture. I would tilt towards that person. Now, it doesn't change my perspective about you as, oh, I really liked everything that Daniel said, but I kind of like Nicholas more. Nicholas seems to have more experience. That's what happens. So your problem now is that person that is showing them more possibility. That person has researched that role's hidden pain point and is now using it as a leverage, right? He has done his research and that's his ammunition. He understands the business model. He's now making it sound like, oh, I understand that this is how you make money. I'll prioritize. There will be no churn rate. There will be no. Sorry, we're going to reduce the churn rate. We're going to do this. That person is really making sure that they stand out and they win the favor of the recruiter. You want to win them over like that. Tell them things they want to hear. But I tell people, don't say it because, oh, let me just go live. No, say it because you're also skilled. That's why for us, you will do the work in the program. So you're not lying in your interview at all. We can vouch for our interns with reference letter because we know you're coming to work on 5 to 6 projects. You're coming to work under the tutelage and mentorship of somebody in your niche who works with you Mondays to Friday. They give you that standard experience. That is the kind of person that builds you. We are confident in the quality of our mentors. So when you ask for reference, we give you because we know you will thrive on the job. You're not being prepared for interview. You're being prepared for the job with Amdari internship. So this is an opportunity for you to strategize and position yourself as the product that they want to pay to get. Remember what that guy said. How much do I have to pay to get a good employee? That is what you get in this. We make you that quality and good employee, and we make it easy for you to tell your story. Because people are skilled sometimes, but they don't know how to sell themselves. That's another thing. All right. And that's one thing I noticed that I've been like, oh my God, I can sell myself. But the good part is you now realize I'm not lying about it, right? But I can sell myself in a way that, okay, then I make sure that I don't disappoint you because I feel like now you've trusted me. All right. I feel like now you've trusted me. So, oh my God, I owe this person this. So I'm showing up, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That's just the standard. And that's the level that we get our interns to. So just to give you a summary today, make sure you position yourself as a problem solver. Make it look like you are the person coming to save the day. You're the person coming to solve the problem that they have been facing for the last couple of months. All right, and just adopt everything that I have said. These are some of our other interns. No more videos because of time, but you can check them out on LinkedIn. So I just got a screenshot of some of our guys who got jobs. She interned as a data analyst in May 2025. 3 months later, she got a job. She got a job as a data analyst with renewable parts in the UK in September. That was when she resumed. She got the job in August. So that's 3 months. This is another person, Betty. She interned with us as an information technology project manager, January 2025. She got a job in April, resumed in May. Guess what? People who joined Amdari this year, March, they've gotten a job. Her name is Laura, first person I played earlier. She started with us this March. March is just 2 months ago. We just got into May. She got the job 1 month, 2 weeks into the program. That was how early she got the job. So imagine you on the call today joining Amdari, and you start with May cohort, because the next cohort is starting on Saturday. So you start with May, June, July, and in June, we're saying you got a job. It's possible. I am telling you that. All right. Then the last but not the least person here is Sandra Udushola Stevenson, who interned with us as a GRC analyst March last year. Got a job about 5-6 months into the internship as a data protection paralegal under a company called Hello DPO in London area, United Kingdom. So she got a job with a legal firm. This internship is for 4 months. We're wrapping up now. And for that 4 months, you experience 6 stages of growth: named, uniformity, formative, transitional, emerging, collaborative, and professional. What is each stage about? Each stage is going to represent one project. Stage 1 is for first project. This project is a company project, but you are guided very heavily. You are supported very heavily. And your team lead trains you while you're working on the project. We have foundational videos, instructional videos, and how-to videos for you to use tools that you've never used before, to learn them, so that you are abreast of the technologies that you need to know, because you work with them in the course of the internship. So these very first 2 weeks, come and learn them very well. And the beautiful part is, before your internship starts, you can still take some crash courses on Amdari website. We have crash courses on Amdari website that you can take. Okay, so okay, for those that are yet to get jobs, how we support them is interview prep sessions. Yes, we have data engineering. It's called cloud data engineering. We work with cloud services, AWS, GCP, Azure, and all that. So I mentioned that at the start of this. I guess you joined us after I mentioned it. But yes, we have it. You still see it. So we make sure you come up to speed with tools that are necessary. Stage 2 is your formative stage, and this is your second project. Still guided by your team lead, who is not an intern, but somebody with experience working in your space. And this person supports you properly, and you start having work plan now. Now you are really doing like the job, right? And then your second or third project rather is where you now start to have structured independence. You start thinking for yourself. You start owning the project. If you're stuck, you now reach out to your team lead. We need you to be self-sufficient, so you need to start solving problems yourself. Okay, and then the fourth project is going to be you owning everything, start to finish. Mind you, first, second, third project, up until the last, you're not working in, you're working in teams. But in as much as you're working in teams, you're still guided by your team lead. You still have your own unique experience. You're still assigned your own unique task. All right. And then he says, what about someone like me that is still a student, master's at University of Hertfordshire? Guess what? We have a lot of people from your university doing work placement with us at Amdari. We have a lot of students, whether it's work placement or, oh, I just want to gain experience. It doesn't matter. We have a lot of students doing this. In fact, some of them just enrolled again yesterday. All right. One of them is even my friend who is currently schooling in the UK doing his master's. So we have a lot of people who are doing this. And that's the beautiful part of this entire experience. So that is the goal of this work experience program, and that is how this works so perfectly for you. Then your fourth project, you own the entire thing end to end. You think for yourself, solve the problem for yourself. The only time your team lead comes into the picture is when they give you feedback to improve the quality of your work. So you're meant to get stuck and get yourself out of that stuck state. That is you becoming a problem solver. Because guess what? We are producing people that companies can rely on, right? So we need to be sure that truly you are skilled and you're that good. So your first project already starts getting you that prepared. So you have self-designed work plan. That's the beauty. Fifth, which is the second to the last, is collaborating. I said every project is with teams, but you see this fifth one is now with external departments, right? So that you start building cross-functional experience and exposure. I got a job as an IT project manager. Guess why? Because I didn't sell myself or position myself as an IT project manager. I said everything about Agile, Kanban, Scrum, blah, blah, blah. What every project manager would say, managing projects from initiation to planning to execution to delivery to documentation to handover. I said that. Do you know how many project managers sound like that? But I spoke about having UI UX knowledge, how I would prioritize low fidelity mockup, information architecture, product requirement documents, and SEO how this is important for us to get clients, because I saw that how this company will get clients is they pitch to their clients. And I said, oh, currently your website, the ones you build for your website for your clients, they have this weakness. And that's because you don't work with an SEO, you don't work with a product designer. But my knowledge of working with a product designer will fix this. I sold myself as a project manager who had complementary skills and knowledge. That's how you can sell yourself. Okay. So that's how exactly this works. So this is as a result of working with team. I knew about UI UX because I worked with the UI UX team, not because I learned UI UX. I promise you I didn't learn UI UX. Not because I worked as an SEO person. I promise you I never worked a day in my life as an SEO person. Why I got that job is because I was genuinely engaged with my team. And that was during my internship for UI UX. And the second one was honestly during my first tech job, right? SEO. I saw that, oh, so I need to work with a product designer for my website to do this. Oh, that's cool, that's cool. And I just didn't see that, oh, they should do their work. And I was actually very engaged. That knowledge came in handy. And that was how I got the job. That's why we did this for you in the program. You had to collaborate with external teams so that you build knowledge, skills across other domains. And you use that to sell yourself as somebody who is worth the cost. Now, the last one is also the same thing, collaborative, and you're fully owning the project. All your projects, you're presenting it to stakeholders, mind you, and all your projects, from the first one that is beginner friendly and you're learning, you're presenting every project. And this is one of our interns who got a job 2 months in, and he said the work experience helped him. He submitted his first project. He said, I was asked to prepare a presentation on any data analytics project. I edited and submitted our first project, saved me a lot of time, gave me confidence. I also spoke about the SQL project when they asked about data acquisition. Thank you so much for your mentorship, Emeka. Remember I said you have mentors. Take your flowers, I beg. And Emeka says, I am proud, Jerry. Well done. You are one of the leading team members. You have a mentor. You have a team. You don't work alone. Would you like to join a team in the next cohort? And would you like to have a mentor to work with you? If yes, the next cohort is starting 9th of May. For you to join this, all you have to do is secure your spot. The program is for 4 months. You work in teams, never alone, never in isolation. That's how you build knowledge, right? Across other skills and departments. Each project is submitted. After you are done, you are presenting it to team leads and stakeholders. Your CV is revamped by week 5, not when you're done. That's why you start applying by week 6. That's why our interns get jobs in 2 months, 3 months, and the likes. Your CV is revamped within your first month. The same thing for your LinkedIn, so it aligns. And then we give you reference letter, which is available on demand. Okay. And this internship is an opportunity for you to learn on the job. Remember how I painted the structure for you. And then we package all you've learned with the revamp of your CV. All right. And then we support you with job application. Okay. With CV Matchly and the mentorship, the closed door mentorship. This one is like an advantage you have to take, though it's not open to everybody. It is an advantage. This one is not, this one comes with the internship. This one is an advantage you have to take. Let me call it an unfair advantage that you have to take. And I will tell you how you take that. But this one, everything comes with your internship. Okay, whether you enroll today, whether you enroll in a week's time, this one comes with the internship. You see this proper core application support. It's an unfair advantage, and that is what you get. Now, let's talk about that. So this is Toyin. She cited the reference letter as what helped her get the job. I want to play her video for just 15 seconds. I promise you. Just 15 seconds. Let's just hear Toyin. She said the reference made it easy for her to get a job. I would like you to hear from her, and I will be back. Just 15 seconds. Okay.
Using all the technical tools that I've learned at Tamdari, using them and all those. So it was pretty good. And then the reference too from your hand was pretty tight, because they actually had to mention it that my references were hair tight, that they were actually considering 2 people, but my references actually nailed it for me.
All right, awesome.
Amazing.
Can I see
That
your
glad
thumbs
is
up
mine.
if you heard everything she said? Can I see your thumbs up? You heard everything she said. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Did you guys hear Toy? I hope there was sound. There was okay, beautiful. So these are samples of companies requesting for reference for our interns. Olayinka has nominated you to provide an employment reference for the application to Healthcare Ireland. This one says the above named has been offered a position as a systems analyst and has provided your details as a referee. This person got a job before they requested for reference. This person who got the job after they requested for reference. That is the guilty. Enrollment for this internship is £500, but we're running a discount that allows you to pay £390. And you can pay this £390 in 3 installments. Spread your payment across 3 months. First installment is £99. Second installment is £145. Last installment is £145. That's across 3 months. Pay the first one in May, second one in June, last one in July. Very flexible. And I'll show you how to do that. Now, these are some of the perks of securing your slots early, right? We support you with job application, live career support access. Oh, I didn't get a job and I'm done with the internship. Do you still have access to us? Yes, at no cost. We would still support you. Oh, I have an interview coming up. I interned with you guys 5 months ago. Would you support me? Yes, we will support you at no cost. Then we also provide you. So I see some questions in the chat. I'll take them. Free 2 months access to CV matching that I showed you. Free 2 months access. But we have 5 more slots left. We have 5 more slots left for CV matching. I showed us how CV matching works. Lastly, lifetime access to personal portfolio website. Every intern has 6 months access to this personal portfolio website. This is what it looks like. This is template number 1. This is template number 2. We have more templates. Oh, I don't like this. We have more templates. This template is for you to use to house all your projects, and you can use them for a whole 6 months or a lifetime. Do you want it for lifetime? Then all you have to do is secure your spot. Okay, secure your spot for this lifetime access to the portfolio website. 5 more slots left for this. All right. And the last one is going to be my special gift for you. Let's come back to my special gift after I have shown you how to secure your spot. Or let's talk about it right now. The special gift is I have just a few more slots left for my personal mentorship session. It's not open to every intern because it is closed door. It's always my gift to people who join my session, right? People who pay outside of my session, everything else I mentioned, they get it, but not this closed door mentorship session. So you have to secure your spot in the next 24 hours between now and tomorrow to be a part of this closed door mentorship. What do I do here? I prioritize your application for you. I work closely with you. Your internship gives you a mentor. This is another opportunity to have another mentor. I won't be positioning you from the angle of just the skills you've learned in the program, but the smart and intelligent way of applying to jobs. The way it has worked for me. That is exactly what I will be sharing. We have sessions twice every month. It's been highly successful. Because for me, I want my people in that mentorship group to say, Omomi, I got a job. Do you know what that means? I want to hear, Omomi, I got a job. So I started this mentorship session recently, and it's been very, very amazing. If you want to join this mentorship session, it's I have less slots left. So if you want to join, it is just within the next 24 hours before we close it. All right. So it's something that I like to call an advantage that makes us prioritize you for this. UK recruiters. So we have recruiters that reach out to us to work with our interns. Oh, we've seen the projects, we've seen this, we've seen that. Can we have access to more of your interns? Yes. What I do is I prioritize the people I mentor for this kind of conversation. All right. I prioritize the people I mentor. So I select more from my mentorship community. I select more from there. So join a mentorship group that gives you an unfair advantage. Join a mentorship group that'll make you hold Omomi and say, Omomi, I've not gotten a job. And I'll be like, hey, oh my God, I don't want to fail Theodora. Oh my God, I don't want to fail Tayo. Tayo is going to call me a liar. Oh my God. That is the kind of mentorship program that we have. All right. The one that makes you feel seen. You work closely with somebody that sees you, Work closely with somebody that prioritizes you. But because I know it's going to be a lot of work, I do that with everybody. Personally, I'm not opening it to everybody. Because how many people do I want to give that much time to? It would affect the effectiveness. That is why it's not about the number, it's about burnout. If I do it with a lot of people, it will not be effective. So I'm working with small number. Okay, I'm working with small number, and paying after 24 hours is gone. It's gone. All right. So this is my gift to you. How do you secure your spot? I'm taking questions next. I can see everybody that has their name, that has their questions listed. So I am taking so let me type something in the chat real quick. Sorry, not in the chat. Payment link. So we're going to take a look at how, yeah, you can secure your spot. So my colleague will drop the payment link in the chat, but I will still share with you also. Please do not forget to fill attendance form. Please, okay? It is compulsory. It is important. How do I want to send the list that I promised to you if I don't get your contact details, right? So please ensure you fill the attendance form. So how you secure your spots? Click on the link I dropped in the chat. You get redirected to this page. On this page, come here, go to the program of choice, right? Every program is here. I know someone said we have data engineering. This is it. Can you see? Data and cloud engineering. So select any program. You can see SOC, GRC, project management. Click on apply. You're redirected to this page. Read more about it, the tools, blah, blah, blah. Some of the mentors, you know, I've said you have mentors. Some of them are here. This is not all of them. This is just some of them. Click on apply now. Okay. Summarizes everything for you right here. Once you see this, next thing is, if you're joining me from the UK and you want to start this Saturday, click on May. EU. NA is for people joining from US and Canada. Their time zone is different. Don't pick their NA time zone. Pick your own time zone. Then you can see that you can pay lesser than 3 nights. That's 350. Somebody said, don't you have discount for students? This is it, but it comes with full payment. So I won't call it discount for students. It's discount for everybody. But just because you said for that discount, yes, we have for that discount, and you need to pay all at once to get to pay 350. But if you're paying in installments, it's 390. This is the farthest we can go with the discount. Okay, click on pay. First installment is just 99. Look at the breakdown. Second installment 145. Third installment 145, and you're good. Your next payment date, because today is 2nd of June. Your next payment, sorry, 2nd of May. Your next payment is 2nd of June. So click on edit. In case, oh, payday is going to be on so day. I would like to extend it. This literally, I'm doing makes life easy for you. This is literally like paying your next installment 2 months later. Because imagine paying by the end of June. That's almost July. That's July, to be honest. So you can extend it and say, oh, I don't want to pay 2nd of June. I'd like to pay 30th. This is how much grace we give. So I'm trying to remember the name of the student that asked, oh, do we have further discounts? But this is how we make life easy for you again. So you can pay your first 99, and then you can extend your next payment still in June, but later. Okay, I confirm my information is correct. I've read the terms and conditions. Please go read it, okay? And then click on pay now. For you to have access to my community of mentorship, payment has to be in the next 24 hours. Outside of that, you will join everything else for me, okay? So, and I would like to work with you, to be honest. So if you come here, click on pay, fill in your card details, and that would be all. But because of time and because I won't be filling an actual card detail, so let me just finish it up here. So I'm going to mute, put it on ×2, click on pay, play, select where we stopped here. You click on pay, it says processing. As you see, it redirects you to a form. It is your enrollment form. Please fill this form. It is compulsory. Please fill this form. It is compulsory. Okay. Fill it with your skill level, beginner, intermediate, it doesn't matter. Your country of residence, select it. Your gender, male or female, select it. And also how you found out about Amdari, Instagram, LinkedIn, select it right there. What influenced your decision to join this program? Type it right here. Which of our sessions influenced your decision to join this program? By virtue of being on the call with me today, please do not select Saturday info session. Select Job Lab, UK Job Lab, okay? By virtue of being on the call with me today, please select UK Job Lab as the session of influence. What's wrong with my screen? Okay. All right, as the session of influence, and then click on pay, and your payment is automatically successful. Then you are redirected here where you can take free crash courses while you wait for Saturday when your program will start. And even when your program starts, keep taking the crash courses. I mean, it's good to keep learning. You can also come check out your payment summary, and all of that is right here. Okay, that is how easy it is for you to secure your spot in the program. So easy, so exciting. All right, thank you very much for your patience and for paying rapt attention on the call. Now I will take questions, and I'll read from the chat first. So for everybody who is already trying to secure their spot, I see you. Please ensure you complete your payment. Just a minute. So I'm going to read some messages as I see them in the chat. Okay. So do not forget, please select the Job Lab session as your session of influence. And that form is compulsory. That's how we send you your internship confirmation letter, your onboarding kit, as well as the internship activation summit link, which is the summit that takes place before your internship starts on Saturday. You get the date for that summit. It's going to be on Friday. You're going to be meeting with stakeholders. You'll just be onboarded into the program. Then Saturday is your onboarding, where you just meet with your smaller team, right? Your smaller team, that's them that you meet on Saturday. The Friday one, which is the activation summit, is with the bigger team, but the smaller team, your team, Saturday, with your team lead and mentor on Saturday. Then paying today means you get added to my own mentorship WhatsApp group. So you're being added to my mentorship group starts from today, and then we'll be looking at the payment sheet also. People that pay between today and that tomorrow, they are the people that will add. If Job Lab is not there, I'm not adding you to my mentorship group. It's compulsory, so please make sure that you fill the form and have all of that there. So let me go to the questions now. If you have questions, please raise your hand. I will take you, but I want to start with some that I see in the chat. Okay, I'll start from IJ. He says, do you offer data engineering? I responded. What about someone like me that's still in school? I responded. Oluwaseun says, please, what package do you have for someone like me working as a finance assistant? I will appreciate any package in finance and accounting. That is data analytics, because we have financial analytics projects that you will work on. Okay, so that's the one you can go with. So financial analytics under project, under data analytics is a great one for you. Okay, so we have it as data analytics, so that's the one we can work with. Have you done any analytics, by the way? Like, yeah, just let me know. And what analytics tools do you use? You can just type it. Is job guaranteed? This is from Buluatipe. Or what happens to those that do not get jobs within 4 months? You are added to an alumni group. There is lifetime support for every intern. Every intern gets lifetime support. Yes, some people don't get jobs in 4 months. Yes, but that's alumni group gives you that support that you need 100%. So we keep supporting you. We keep prepping you for interviews. And that is here committed to just make sure that the promise we made, we keep to it, which is to make you skilled and qualified enough to get a job. We don't just say, oh, 100%, I promise you get a job, because of factors that we cannot control. Factors like security clearance, we can't control that. So that's one of the reasons why we don't say, oh, you will get a job. There are some factors, external factors. But outside of that, it's not magic. It just works. Honestly, it's just be committed. Just show up. Just do the work and just apply. Follow the guidance. Follow the instructions, and be very committed yourself. And I promise you, you will get the results. I promise you, it's not that hard. The jobs exist. That it's not that hard. Just work with us. That's why I'm inviting people to work with me in my mentorship community. Because for me, it's even an achievement. Oh, I joined the More Means Community. I'll share it on LinkedIn. I'll be so proud. But I'll blow out your name, number. You won't say anything. But it's something. So imagine how I would work with you just to make sure you get that, right? So I'm trying not to skip people before I come and take Tayo's question and Adeni. Just please, I'm sorry, just give me a minute. Okay, I've said job is not guaranteed because of external factors, but outside of external factors like security clearance and all of that, yes, you're good. Abalola says, are there discounts for students? I answered that. How do we join the mentorship group? You have to enroll today, Adeni. Don't worry, we will pick your details from the back end. All right, the back end. Make sure your WhatsApp number is what you use, and then you would get added to my mentorship group tonight. The minute we see your payment coming, you're added immediately. Theodora says enrolled yesterday. Amazing. Welcome on board, Theodora. So yeah, attendance form, my colleague will drop it again. I think she has dropped it. Okay. Payment is not going through. What challenge are you getting, Buluwatife? What is it saying? Payment is not going through. That's strange. Yeah, I can actually see you that you're trying to make payments here. I can see you. Buluwatife Otolori. Hope I pronounced that right. If not, forgive me. So finally went through. Amazing. Welcome on board. So Oluwatipe, if that is not your WhatsApp number, Jennifer will drop her WhatsApp number right here. Send her a message on WhatsApp. She's going to add you to my mentorship group. Okay. Please choose my job lab session, the UK job lab, because it's when I see that I know that okay, these are my people, and I owe them something. I owe them something. God help me. We have to get these jobs, guys. We have to. This is my own personal project, so it's my commitment to you guys. So we have to make it work. Okay, by fire, by thunder. So Jennifer has dropped her number. In case you pay tonight and you did not use your WhatsApp number on that, because I'll be adding you straight. So if that number on the group is not your WhatsApp number, please, once you pay, we will see it. But just send Jennifer a message on this number. She adds you to the group. I am right on the group. You will see me there. Omouni Tori. Okay? Omouni Tori is my name. I will see you guys there. That group, that mentorship group is pinned on my WhatsApp. It's pinned. So I will see you guys. That's how important it is to me. So please make sure you fill that form. So yes, Boluwatife, I see you. Welcome on board. Salubi is not even saying anything, and I can see him paying already. Or is that IJ? IJ Backdrops. Is that your name? Because I see one EMS Salubi who just secured her spot or his spot. I don't know if that's IJ, but yeah. Okay. Tayo, do you have any question for me? Any question? Any question? Hello. Oh, Tayo has no question. That's fine. Adeni, your hand is raised. Any question for me? Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. I want to ask, that Amdari that you said it's 390. Then what's the location? Is it online or where? I don't understand. I want to ask.
Okay. Yeah, so the internship is virtual. Okay, it's a virtual internship, and you don't have to physically be present. All right, but it's a virtual internship, just like a remote job.
Okay.
So
then another question of mine is your group that you said you want to open. I don't know. You said like for CV. How are we gonna look? How are we gonna join?
Yeah. Is it the mentorship group you're referring to?
Mentorship group that you said you're about to.
Yeah. So once you enroll tonight, right, I would add you to it. Make sure you sign up with your phone number that is for WhatsApp.
How do I sign up? Do I have to pay that?
Okay.
I don't understand. Because me, I
this
don't.
Is the enrollment. Okay.
Let me check.
Yeah, so I just dropped the enrollment link in the chat, and I walked us through how to enroll, select the program you want to pay for, and once you select the program, it will tell you to sign up if you don't have an account yet. Just create your account. It's so simple. Create your account and then continue from there to do everything else.
The one you drop, is it the one you drop now?
Yeah, the one I dropped now. That's the payment.
Is the one for the payment for the 390. Is it the same thing for?
Can you say that again?
You drop a site now. Is it the group for the mentoring? Because the one you
Oh,
drop
no,
now.
no, no. So the mentorship group is not a link I drop on this call. I add you myself. Do you
Okay,
get? Yes, I add you myself, but I
okay.
add you after you have secured your spot. Okay.
So how do I secure my spot?
Yeah, so that's the link I now drop. Just secure your spot. Just leave everything else to me. Secure your spot by clicking on the link you see here, and you will be redirected
Okay,
to
the link you drop now is a www.amdari.internship. Is that the one is that where I secure my spot?
yes. So you click on it. I don't know if you saw when I was demoing how to pay. Did you see how the demo went?
But you didn't get it. The issue is that I'm yet to have money for the payment now. So how can I join that your mentorship group? I'm not saying I'm not going to. Yes.
Once you don't worry, I add you to the group and look at Jennifer's number. Once you've paid, you can also, just so that you are rest assured, right? Just send Jennifer a message, she will add you. This is Jennifer's number. Yes. So copy her number. So once you've paid, we will see it. But just so that your mind is at rest, copy Jennifer's number. Then once you pay, just tell her to add you to the mentorship group and you're fine. All right.
You didn't kind of get my question. Is it mentorship group? How much is the mentorship group? I don't know. You didn't say
No,
anything.
it's not paid. Mentorship group is, like I said, it's an advantage, right? You don't pay for that mentorship you join.
Yeah. Okay. How do I join? You just drop the link for the Amdari to pay for that internship. That was 390. You said we can pay 3 times instrumentally, but I don't have the money right now. I'm not saying I'm not going to join, but I'm saying okay. That's what I'm saying. That
So you're
because
now saying, since you don't have the money right now,
yes,
how do you still join the mentorship? That's your question, right?
that question, yes, you not got it.
Okay. So it's for people who join the program. The mentorship is not open. It's for people in the program. And like I also said, I can't take every intern. That's why I always just use this as a way to shortlist. This is something I want to do, right? This mentorship is something I want to do. But the best way to not have a lot of numbers that I cannot work with is to always just say, okay, based on people, if I pick random, it will not work, right? It will not be cool. So let me just work with, okay, the very active and the very interested people. So that is how I filter interested people very fast. Okay. So securing your spot is just me saying, okay, let me just work with this number of people. So it's not a lot that is overwhelming for me and affects the result that I hope to achieve. Do you get that? So you have to enroll.
So I have to pay that 390 before I join the mentorship group.
No, you have to pay £99, just the first installment. First installment.
Okay.
And the first installment is 99.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't raise my hand actually, but I don't know if I can speak, please.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. So for me, I'm Oluwaseun. I asked about the finance assistant. Anything in data analytics that I can do. So I can see that you actually have Power BI on the data analytics. And how am I sure if I'm registering now, like I've done data analytics training before. That was like 3 years ago. But I'm not really interested in every other thing. We did SQL, Tableau. I don't want those things. I only want Power BI. You understand how Power BI can actually help me in my finance analysis day-to-day work. You understand? So I don't know if you can, instead of all this, I can see Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, and the like. Can I say, okay, this is what I want, and the training will be done for me, like just the Power BI training and every other thing I want, probably the job application and the likes, to still be on job related to those financial analytics parts. So that's just my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Oluwaseun. So you said you just want to focus on Power BI. So this is about what you want. What if the industry or the jobs available under finance list other tools in the nearest future? Like you're trying to apply, and as they have Power BI on it, they are mentioning other analytical tools or other visualization tools. They're mentioning Tableau, they're mentioning Excel, but you've just focused on Power BI. You've disqualified yourself, don't you think? So why do you want to just focus on Power BI when you can have more knowledge, right? Why are you filtering out other tools that industry is not telling you that it doesn't need? Industry did not say, oh, we don't need other ones. This is important. So why are you filtering it out? Let me ask, do you have your personal reason why you're doing that?
Yeah, actually, when I did the training in 2023, actually, so other parts were like, I'm not using it. I'm not applying it to anything, to my job role at the time. And I noticed that the one I need, there are so many information relating to what I don't really need. You understand? So, and now that I think I want to be more focused on. I did exec training already. I used a lot of different other tools, but for my stay in the UK, I want to try and apply to be more specific on financial analytics job or financial analyst job. You understand? So, and I don't, with what I've seen actually, I don't, you have more experience in this field. I'm just a beginner, and I think the Power BI aspect is what really drives me more,
Yeah.
and I want to really deep down into it. So I don't want every other thing that will make me lose my focus. You understand? So that's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah. Yeah, that's valid, honestly. That's valid. But don't filter out tools because of that. Because that might also limit the kind of jobs or how many jobs you can apply to. Like it can limit it a whole lot. Because yes, financial analytics likes business intelligence tools, and Power BI definitely we know falls in that category. But at the same time, other tools are relevant, other tools are required, other tools are requested for, where you can make it your strongest tool, you can make it your most important tool, but don't lock out an opportunity to learn other tools also. Because like I said again, it's not just Power BI that is important. Tableau is also very good for visualization, or rather business intelligence and all that. So please just expose yourself to all these tools because they're relevant, including Excel for Power Query and all of that. So that's actually what I would mention. But sure, you can just make one your strongest and your most interested tool. But honestly, professional
Um,
advice is don't
okay,
disqualify it.
so do you mean we'll be taught all this about this is about 12 or 11 on the
Yes,
data
you
analytics?
yes, you will do. You'll still prioritize your goal regardless, but I won't just encourage you focus on one thing. We will still
Okay.
make sure that yeah, but it's not advisable for you to just focus on one thing.
Yeah.
But yes, you
So
will cover all those.
okay. Thank you so much. The 390 package that you just talked about, it applies to, apart from the training, it still applies to the job application and the likes, right? Like
Everything.
public guidance with job application.
Everything.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm planning to join your talent loop. Won't this be a duplication? This is not a duplication. Talent loop does not give you experience. Talent loop believes you have experience, right? It doesn't. It doesn't make you skilled. It believes you have that already. It doesn't give you reference letter. It believes you have it from somewhere already. Amdari gives you experience, reference letter, internship, everything. Projects tailored to your industry, everything. That's what you get. So it's not a duplication. And talent loop is very different because you are outsourcing application. Like, oh, somebody's applying for you. You are just like chilling. You are not the one applying. Talent loop is that's what that's what talent loop does for you. It's applying for you, nothing else. It believes you have everything you need to ace the interview. All right. So it's not a duplication. All right. Then Adelia says, I had my cybersecurity recently and passed my MD 102 exam. I have run a lot of lab on Azure. Even I have my own E5 license to keep access to Azure, keep practicing it. I was struggling to get IT support technician job in the UK after I paid one organization but couldn't get help securing job. What do you offer candidates of my type? So it's job application support, work experience, because from what I read, what you have is the certification. You've also worked on you're also kind of working in isolation. It doesn't give you the all-encompassing skill that makes you get the job. I said earlier, you can have this and that, but do you look like everyone else? What about other people that have what you don't have yet? Experience, exposure, depth, right? Beyond just saying that, because others get to work with people, others get to work with teams, others get to solve business problems that have actual business impact, others get to have measurable impact also, right? Or quantifiable impact. Doing just personal projects or getting busy with personal projects is great, but it doesn't make you competitive. So what I hear doesn't sound like the competitive advantage, and that can block your chance. What we give you at Amdari is that competitive advantage. Or as long as you're willing to work with us, it's easy for you to become that person. So the competitive edge is what you're currently missing. Yes, it's great that you have the E5 license, you keep having access to Azure, but what kind of projects are you working on? What kind of context does it have? Businesses are out there to make money. If it doesn't look like you have experience working in an operating business, all you do is practice in an environment that you set up for yourself, nothing is really challenging you or pushing you out of your comfort zone. And that means high risk. And that does not make you competitive. All right. So they will not go with you. But that's what Amdari makes that's why Amdari makes it different, right? The competitive advantage to everything else that I've said. So does that answer your question, Monsu? And yeah, do I have anyone else that has a question? But apart from that, we'll be calling it a close for today. In few minutes time, I'd like you to enroll by filling the attendance form that you see by using the link that I dropped. And like I said, in 24 hours, I'll be closing the doors to my mentorship. So please, if you'd like to join, ensure you secure your spot within that 24 hours using the link, and make sure you select UK Job Lab session. Because if I do not see that there, it would mean the person was not on the call, and I will not remember or realize that I am meant to add the person to my session. So I look forward to working with a couple of you. Being face question will be the last to take for tonight. Please, I have clarity sessions Mondays to Fridays, 1 p.m. If you'd like to speak to me on those days, my colleague Jennifer is going to drop the booking link. You can book that to call and speak to me. I will be more than happy to have a conversation with you. Impe says, do you offer specific support for civil service jobs in the UK? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So you saw that this guy, let me go back a bit, Impe. This guy got a job in civil service, and he said thank you to his team lead for the support. Not just him. He said, hi, Emeka. Just wanted to officially let you know that I have landed a data analyst role within the civil service, and it's a level promotion too. I was asked to prepare a presentation, blah, blah, blah. He mentioned and then said, thanks for your mentorship, Emeka. Take your flowers, I beg. So yes, we give you that support. Even if it's NHS jobs, we provide you with any type of support that you need. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Inke. Thank you all so much for your time today. If you don't have any question, or you remember after we are done and we've left this call, this is a clarity booking link. I'm available Mondays to Fridays, 1 p.m. I was going to say 8 p.m. 1 p.m. My colleague is available 8 p.m. We would work with you, we would take your questions, and it's going to be amazing. Okay. But if you've enrolled and all your questions are answered, I would see you on the mentorship group. So just ensure you join that group. Please, it will be a very, very exciting ride. I want my people on that group to say that they landed jobs in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. I'll be following up with the projects you guys are working on. So it's an advantage. You have a mentor who is technically drilling you and prepping you. Then you have a mom who is telling you, see this project you work on, this is how you can use it to your advantage. This is how you can speak about it, get a job, ace it like this. So it allows us to cover some areas, some blind spots, and it increases the success rate. And that's why I would like you to join me. So thank you all so much for doing this with me, for joining me on the call. Welcome on board to EMS Salubi, that's IJ, and also Buluatipe, and everyone else who will be securing their spot today. I look forward to working with you all. Thank you so much. Have a